Imagine this, you are working on an AI project for a bank. Suppose a loan approval prediction model. The sprint goal is simple, train and evaluate the first version of the model. Now, during the sprint review, the model is shown, the metrics are shared, all the tasks and the user stories are completed, and then someone from the business or stakeholder says this accuracy is not good. Not why, not how much, just not good. And suddenly all eyes are on the team. So as a scrum master, how do we address this kind of scenario? Based on my experience, most of the teams immediately think that we need a better model. But from a scrum master's lens, a different issues becomes visible here. The focus need to be moved to the acceptance criteria and definition of done, and also check how clearly the product owner was involved in setting this kind of expectations with the team, because most accuracy related issues are not actually the technical problems, they are often clarity problems. So in the like if the acceptance criteria suppose says that model should have good accuracy, then honestly speaking, your whatever your team has done, they did exactly what they are asked to. So the problem was we never agreed on what does the good mean. Good for whom? Good for the business, good for the end user, or good for a dashboard. So as a scrum master, ideally before we commit in the sprint planning, we must ensure the following things crystal clear. And we should involve the product owner as well with the team in this kind of clarification. We need to understand, like as a scrum master, we need to ensure that has the product owner clearly articulated what acceptance criteria here, like what acceptable accuracy means for the sprint here. Are the acceptance criteria measurable and not just subjective? Which KPI are we using and why? Has the product owner aligned with the expectation with the business and the stakeholders? If these things are not clarified, then team should not commit this sprint in the very first place. But let's be very honest that sometimes we realize all these things during the sprint, not before committing the sprint. So in that case, as a scrum master, what we can do, we can make the gap visible as soon as possible, bring the necessary stakeholders under the same roof. Here I can say the product owners, product team, the data team, the business stakeholders, and the like scrum team. So reset the expectations early here and treat this as a learning for you, not a sprint failure. So, and here an important clarification I also want to make, that I know most of you who are watching this now have this question in your mind, that as a scrum master, do we need to know how technically we need to improve this AI accuracy to help the team? No, we need not to understand that, but instead what we need to understand, we need to know what accuracy means in this context and why it is like it matters most to the business, so that we can ask the right set of questions to uncover the root cause and understand who are the real stakeholders here who can decide all these things. So we don't fix the model, we fix the misalignment. Hope it was helpful, and if this resonate with you, do like and share and